All right, we'll call this Joint Finance, Audit and Budget and Government Oversight Committee to order. Please rise for the pledge. To the flag and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. He started before me. Just okay. Adoption of the agenda. Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda? Moved by Myjack, supported by Romano. Questions? Please vote. Do you want me to just all in favor?
Well, we voted. I voted.
No, the window never popped up. Okay. I vote yes. Okay, approval. That was to adopt the agenda. Approval of the minutes, the finance minutes dated November 20th, 2019. Moved by Brown, supported by Kraft. Please vote. Yes, see? I vote yes. Okay. I'm just making sure you're counting me because I don't have a window. Okay. Thank you. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Commissioner Brown for the next two items.
Thank you. First item is collective bargaining agreement. Put your mic on down. Sorry, thank you. Good morning, or good afternoon. Government Oversight Department recommendations, collective bargaining agreement, item 6A. Someone to speak to that, please?
Thank you, Commissioner Brown.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the board, for having us here today. You had been gracious enough to allow us to add additional collective bargaining agreements as we get close to the end of the year. I believe Ms. Richardson had called and said that we were able to move the IUOE, that's the International Union of Operating Engineers, our boiler operators, basically. We had entered into a tentative agreement with them. They have ratified that tentative agreement. It mimics the other tentative agreements where it's 2% on the PTA schedule for 2021 and 22. There are very few other changes, and most all are employee positive. I think I've talked about those before, and I don't want to belabor them unless you have specific questions. With that, I will.
Thank you. We are expecting this. Any questions from the board? I see none. I need a motion to Commissioner Hall, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I didn't think you'd ignore me.
I would never ignore you, Mr. Hall.
Thank you. Thanks for being here, Andrew. And these are built into the 2020 budget. Is that correct?
They absolutely are built into the 2020 budget.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's all I have. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
You're welcome. I don't see anyone else. Need a motion to approve. All set. Thank you very much.
And we will have more on the 12th. And thank you, Ms. Richardson, very much for getting us on. Really appreciate it.
Happy to help you. Thank you. Need a motion to approve the minutes from December 2nd.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Hall, supported by Commissioner Sauger. All those in favor, please vote. Yes, we just did. Yep. Okay, it's back to you now. Thank you.
All right. Public participation. Does anyone wish to be heard? Does anyone wish to be heard? Seeing none, we'll close public participation. Finance, Audit, and Budget recommendation A, agreement, Concentra Occupational Health Services. Mr. Anderson. And by the way, two things. Thank you for accommodating us on this schedule. I appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
Chair Smith was here. Okay,
Madam Chair, I don't think we voted on 6A.
I didn't think so either.
Okay.
Crystal said we did, so I moved on.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, we'll go back and vote on that. Let me just finish saying what I was saying also. Chair Smith was here, but he had to go home due to somebody in the family not feeling well. So let's go ahead and do that vote first.
Madam Chair, just for clarification, we did have a motion to approve the minutes, and now we would need a motion to recommend the collective bargaining agreement, and then you can have a vote.
All right, moved by Leonetti, supported by Duge. Please vote. He says I'm on there, but...
Okay, we're good.
There you go. 9-0.
Okay. What if I want to vote no?
Go ahead.
That would really create a controversy.
Well, it would because I can't vote. My things.
Neither do we.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Mr. Anderson. I'm sorry.
That's quite all right. We are currently on the Concentra agreement. This is for our employees' work-related injury clinics that we have a relationship with. We went out to bid for the occupational health services through the purchasing department. We received 2 bids. The HR department and myself reviewed the bids, and of the 2 bids, we felt we would stay with the Concentra group based on the overall pricing. They're very responsive, and they're the current vendor that has been in place for a little while, and there wasn't any compelling reason to change because we're going to be getting a higher discount with the PPOM discount. If you look at the bid tabs, a 5% extra discount when we deal with Concentra, plus the state of Michigan 5%. So overall, it was the choice of and results of the bid.
Commissioners, if anybody has requested to speak or, actually, let me do this. Harold, would you request to speak? I'd like to see if it's popping up on my window now.
Can I speak? Oh. There you
Not
go.
unless you press the button.
I've heard that before.
Okay, I was just curious. Okay, there you go. Okay. Commissioner Ha.
I didn't want to speak.
Oh. Okay, I don't see any other speakers, so, did I get a motion already? Moved by Romano, supported by Ha. Please vote. Don't worry about it. I mean, honestly, it's okay. Motion passes 9-0. 7B, Service Agreement Comprehensive Risk Services Work Compensation Third-Party Administrator.
Yes. This is for the workers' comp TPA that we have in place. Currently, we have the Sedgwick Group, because what happened was during the time of the bid, they were bought out. Our current vendor was bought out by Sedgwick. So we have Sedgwick. We received 6 bids. We interviewed 3 of the best bids that we felt was most appropriate for the county services. And of the 3, we selected the Comprehensive Risk Services Group, which represented the lowest price bid, as well as complying with all of the service needs that we had stipulated within the RFP.
All right, is there a motion? Moved by Romano, support by Kraft. Commissioners, I have to do it manually. Does anyone have any questions? All right, please vote. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have contract HAP HMO healthcare plan, active employees and retirees for 2020.
Yes, this is part of the master agreement that we signed in 2017 when we went out to bid for healthcare. This is the renewal process that represents that master agreement. This also is the HAP HMO product, which is a self-insured product. We pay based on actual claims that come into the county, so the wellness of our employees plays a direct relationship as to how much we pay per year. We were supplied with illustrative rates by HAP as what they expect the outcome should be for next year, but as we know, when it's on a claim basis, it could be up or down from those valuations that they put in. So the amounts reflected there are illustrative rates for the upcoming year. 2020, we will be going out for bid again for health care and seeking proposals for all of our health care needs.
Is there a motion? Moved by Duge, support? Support by Leonetti. Any questions?
Veronica, just a quick question.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a question here, John. So did we or did we not already go out for bids for HAP already for 2020?
No, not yet, not for 2020. 2020 is when we go out for bid for everything. So we did that in 2017. Statutorily, we were required to go out in another 3 years, which would be 2020.
Okay, why does it here say a 1.6% reduction rates here? I'm looking here. I'm looking at page 264. It shows for 2019, 11.023 million. For 2020, 10.390 million.
Yes, because since we have a self-insured product, they look at the claims for the previous year and they estimate what is going to be the cost for the county for the upcoming year, which will be 2020. So we're actually had a good year for claims because we had a higher rate in 2019 than we proposed in 2020, and that's how they rate it.
Gotcha. And so because that is less, do you think we're going to save some money on the bid for HAP? Does that help to lower?
It ultimately is up to the health of our employees. Could have a good year like we just had a good year because they're expecting approximately about $1 million less, but at the end of the day, it'll be claims are the claims that come in and we pay them. I'm hoping for a good year.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? All right, there's a motion in support. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have contract HAP HNO administrative and stop-loss fees. Let me get the motion first. Is there a motion? Moved by Brown. Support? Support by Kraft. Go ahead.
Yes, this is the HAP HMO stop-loss and administrative fee renewal that we have for the HAP self-insured plan. We have a 12% increase in the stop-loss and 0% increase in the admin for 2020. It's all part of that. You don't have these when you have a full premium base product, but you do have admin and stop-loss when you have a self-insured product. So the same will be true for Blue Cross.
Okay, I have a motion in support. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have contract renewal, Blue Cross Blue Shield PPO and Blue Care Network HMO. Do I have a motion? Moved by Romano, support. Support by Duge. Go ahead.
Yes, now this is the Blue Cross Blue Shield PPO and the Blue Care Network HMO, both of which are self-insured now that we have. PPO has always been self-insured. The Blue Care Network is a newer proposal that we put forth in 18. So we received the renewal quotes from Blue Cross and the Blue Care Network, and this is what they expect our health care to look like for the next year. But once again, as the caveat is, we could have a better year than they expect, or we don't know how folks are going to have health-wise.
Okay, thank you. Are there any questions? Commissioner Duge?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Well done, John. Are we going to be getting calls from retirees on any of this stuff?
No.
Good answer.
That's all I want to know. Thank you.
I'll be calling you.
All right, we have a motion in support. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have contract Blue Cross Blue Shield PPO and Blue Care Network, administrative and stop-loss fees. Can I get a motion? Moved by Bijak, supported by Romano. Go ahead.
Yes, this is, once again, the administrative and stop-loss fee portion when you have a self-insured product, which we do, for the Blue Cross PPO and Blue Care Network. The overall percentage change for the stop-loss for Blue Cross was 2.8%, and the admin went up 3%. So those were the percent increases for the year 2020.
Okay, thank you. I have a motion in support. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. New business. Does anyone wish to be heard? Go ahead, Commissioner
Yeah, just under
Mijak.
new business, our next commissioner meeting would be this Wednesday, Public Services. And I just want to let you know we have some road items to deal with. We have two presentations. One is by SEMCOG and the other is from MDOT. So it's pertaining to roads, road funding. We can ask questions about Senator Lucido's proposal. So I just want to let you know those are important items coming up for Wednesday's meeting. So thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, just real quick, Saturday they voted to on my appointment to the NACO Board of Directors, and one of the big emphasis of the meeting is NACO wants to push hard to have county commissioners sitting at the table at the policy meetings at the national level when they're talking about introducing legislation, that we're involved in the discussion before the legislation is introduced. So we're coming up with an entirely new plan to achieve that goal, and we're restructuring our finances. They lost a stream of revenue, and so we're restructuring everything so that they're financially stable in the future. And that's the short of it.
Well, did you get appointed or didn't you?
I did. There were no opposing. Nobody opposed me. So thank you. Anyone else?
Madam Chair, that was going to be my question. We nominate you. Go right ahead.
Oh. Okay.
I agree. Second.
I needed to be nominated in Omaha, Nebraska, not here. But thank you.
Romano can take care of that.
Thank you. All right, public participation. Does anyone wish to be heard? Seeing none, we'll close public participation. Move to adjourn by Duge, supported by Kraft. All in favor? Aye. We're adjourned. Thank you.
Good meeting. Great meeting. Nice.